So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our conjunction video of the week. And today we're going to be covering our 5 planetary conjunction of Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu. And what happened when Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu are conjunct in your horoscope. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this conjunction, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the other astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my school, Magha Vedic Astrology Academy. So, when you have, this particular conjunction, the very first thing that I say, there's going to be a national confusion in your life. Anytime you have 4 or more planetary conjunction in your chart, you're going to just feel confused about everything, whether it's marriage, relationships, career, children. Because what happens is when we run our life, we make decisions, right? Okay, so I want my child to take violin lessons and I want them to be proficient in mathematics. Okay, you made that decision. I want this and this type of a man in my life. He needs to be this, he needs to be educated, he needs to be in the same vicinity as I live. Okay, you made that decision. I need to be in this particular career and that's my aim. Okay, you made that decision. But when 5 planetary conjunction happens, you're like, okay, I want to put my kid in this. Nah, maybe I should just do this then. Okay, I like you. I wish I can marry you, but I'm also confused about that other guy, but then also at the same time I like you. I don't know. I've studied about accounting, but God, should I be doing accounting? You see how this confusion comes into play. Why? Because imagine you as a person having 5 individuals, 5 grahas speaking into your ear. Like, okay, you should do this. No, you should do this. You should do it this way. You should do that way. The confusion is there, But when specifically when this conjunction occurs, first of all, especially in a man's case, they will get a very mature spouse. Not only mature by mind, but mature by age. So they'll not only have the wisdom, they'll also be older than them. And such a person, whether man or woman, will always get their heart broken. Always have at least one bad, heartbroken relationship. Could be even marriage, but definitely relationship. Such a person usually likes and even attracts people who are kind of exotic in nature. Maybe of a different culture, ethnic background, different caste. Somebody who's very unorthodox, somebody who's very wild, outcast in a way. And especially the spouse of the native, whether it's a man or woman, they'll be rebels. They'll be rebels. Like they won't be, going by the beat of your drum. No, they're going to have their own drum right next to you. And sure, sometimes your beat matches their beat and their beat matches your beat. But there will be times where they're on a different beat, you're on a different beat. And that's where that clash happens. One of the other things we also see with this is that when it comes to deciding, like I was telling you about the confusion, when it comes to deciding for a spouse, a person will greatly be influenced by uncle. By their paternal uncle, they will be greatly influenced about who they should choose, who they should be with. Somehow an uncle will play a role, especially in a conservative society like India. Well, in US, you may have your own boyfriend or girlfriend, but perhaps maybe you meet your uncle at some party and you talk to him about your relationship. They're like, you know what? I think you should be doing this. This is what you should do. And these things, that's how they work. And when it comes to educational interest, usually without looking at the sign, zodiac sign, which can show if this is going to be a technical education, non-technical education, usually a person is always interested in economics. They're always interested in management, human resources. They like one-to-one interaction in their workspace. So whatever education gives them one-to-one interaction, that's what they want. They may not be so enthusiastic about being like a marine biologist or, environmental scientist, working in a field by themselves. They need to have this opponent in front of them. Now, if it's in a technical sign, obviously it can make a person, a mechanical engineer, aerospace engineer. If it's in a non-technical sign, they'll be much more towards like human resources type, education. But again, I mean, we don't know. I mean, which house it's occurring in. If it's in the third house, one will be interested in media. If it's in the sixth house, one will be interested in either health or accounting. If it's in a 10th house or first house, one may even want to go towards, being a police officer, government agent. So, I mean, education-wise, it can be a mix of, it's like a goulash of things. You really have to look at things in a minute way. But at least we get the overall sense with what is happening with the conjunction. But yes, the definition of this conjunction is confusion. It's not like you and as an astrologer is confused or the client is confused. No, the meaning is confusion. When you're confused, the conjunction is working perfectly. That's what it is. So it's not like this conjunction is going to do this. Yes, it will, but it's confusion first. And it's okay. Because especially after 42, when Rahu matures, the last planet in the order of the conjunction, then a person finds their clarity. Like, okay, this is who I am. This is what I want to do. Okay. So I hope this has helped and given some insights into this 5 planetary conjunction. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you don't know where your conjunction is, all my books are about consultations and my academy, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.